Now let's see how we can create different accounts for different people. For example, if you have accountant with your website, if you want to do accounting yourself, you don't have to create this account. But if you want there is a different person who is looking after the accounts, you can create an account for that person. And similarly for a librarian, if a person, obviously these things are given that there is a librarian in your school, if it is a decent sized school, and that person, you can create a different account for that person, and that person will get only permission related to librarian. So they can only manage books, they can issue ID cards for library and those kind of things. So let's see how we can create these roles. So for this also, again, first we have to create a role. So under administrator, we have to click on roles, and let's create 2 roles now. Click on add new role. First, let's create a role for, basically let's create 3 roles. Let's create a role for accountant first. Click on accountant. Now we can give them all the permission that you want to give a permission to accountant. So they can view stats, expense, income. They can manage fee types. They can manage statistics related to fee structure. They can manage payments, delete payments, manage income. They can manage invoices. They can delete invoices, manage expenses. And let's see. I think this is it. Yeah, this is it. So they can manage these things, and click on add new role. Now this accountant role is added. Let's add another role, librarian. Now for this, let's see what all permission we want to give them. I just want to give this permission, manage library, just this permission, and that's it. Now again, click on add new role. Now let's create an account for the transport guy. So if, transport guy, if a person or if a teacher or if someone else is taking care of all this transport system, you can create an account for them, transport, and let's add this option. Let's give them permission to manage transport and click on add new role. So we have created 3 roles. Now let's create different staff for these roles. So click on staff list, and let's create an account for the accountant. So whoever your accountant is, enter that accountant name. I'll just enter again, as I said you earlier, just to keep everything simple, I'll enter the name as accountant1. Gender, birth, date of birth, everything can be selected from here. And under role, I'll select accountant. Then no class, no need to select any class or anything. These things are already selected. Just click on new user, create an account for them. Let's name it accountant1. Enter the email address as accountant1@gmail.com, and let's give them some password over here, and click on add new staff. And again, needless to say that you have to give this accountant this login details. Click on add new staff. Let's create another staff, this time for librarian. So I'll add librarian1. You can enter all these details, go to role, select librarian, and we have already given them this this option, this permission. Create a new user. I'll add librarian1. Login email address, I'll just create this dummy email address, some password. Click on add new staff. And finally, let's add the transport guy. So I'll just name him transport1. Change the role to transport guy. So scroll down. Let's create a new user. I'll name it username transport1. Under email address, I'll type in transport1@gmail.com and enter some password over here. Again, click on add new staff. So we have created these different staffs. Now let's create an account for admin. Now you will create an account for admin only if if you're dealing with multiple schools. So here, if you again click on school management, we are dealing with only one school, Our Lady of Good Counsel. If you have more schools like school 1, school 2, school 3, you can create different admins for different schools. So this admin can manage only this school. Okay, so if you want to do that, let me show you how you can do that. So for that, you have this option, school management, and under that you have schools. Click on schools. Now whatever school you want, select that school, and under that school you can click on this assign admin. Click on assign admins, and you can add a new admin over here. So I'll click on new user. let's name it admin1. So similarly, I don't want to do this thing because I'm managing only one school over here, but if you can just name it, give them any name, username, email address and password, and click on assign admin. Now once you click on this, once you create this account for the admin, this person can manage this entire school and they will have all this information. Okay, but they will not be able to manage this entire website, only managing this school. In fact, let me just show you this thing. So I'll create admin1, username will be admin1, email address will be admin1@gmail.com, and some password. Now click on assign admin, and now as you can see, admin assigned successfully. If I click on schools, now here as you can see, one admin is assigned. If I click on this one, you will see the name of that admin. Now let's see how we can create different subjects and how we can create a timetable. So we have created schools, we have created sections, but there is no subject created for these sections or for this school. So to create different subjects and to create your timetables, you will see everything related to that under academic. So under SM academic, select subjects and let's add few subjects. So here click on add new subject. Let's add with the basic option English. Under subject code, I'll just type in ENG. What is the type? Subjective, objective, practical. You can select that subject type, and for which class you can select that option and click on add new subject. Now let's similarly go ahead and very quickly create few more subjects. Mathematical, I'll give it a subject code of maths, and for class 1, I'm doing everything for class 1 just to make things, just to keep things very simple. Now click on add subject. Let's add subject 3, science. I don't know science. We don't have science for class 1, but just to keep things very simple. 3 subjects. Let's have history. And let's give it a code of HIS. Class. I think we have added 4. Let's add one more subject. Let's add computers, code of comp, class. This is not theory, obviously, this is practical, but you understand you have to select this subject type again. Then you can now go ahead, create more subjects. Now, once you create these subjects, now you can create timetables. So to create timetable under SM Academic, you will see timetables. Click on that. Now let's create a new timetable for a class. So click on add new routine. And let's create a timetable for class 1A. So select 1A. Now select this subject. Now which is the first subject? So probably this is for Monday and this is probably English subject. So the Monday starts with English and school starts at probably 7 a.m. So you can type it like this. You don't have to use this time. You can just type it like this, 7:00 a.m. and probably this session is for half an hour, so it will end at 7:30 a.m. All right, just like this. Now this is related, or this session or this timetable is for Monday, so we'll select Monday and which room number. So room number 1, and which is the teacher. You can also assign a teacher for this. We are not doing that, but you can do that. In fact, I think let me just show you. I don't want to leave anything. So let me first show you how we can assign a teacher to a subject. And after that, we can create a timetable. So once you create a subject, you can assign different teachers to different subjects. So to do that, again, you have to actually go back to subjects. And here, as you can see, we have created several subjects over here. So maybe for English, I want to assign this to teacher number 1. We have created only one teacher. So I can click on assign teachers. Over here, I can search for teacher 1. We have created only one. Click on assign teachers. Obviously, there can be multiple teachers teaching a single subject. Again, if I go back to subjects, let me assign the same teacher to all the subjects because we have created only one teacher. So I'll do that very quickly. Assign teacher. Again, go back to subjects. For subject 3, same thing. Assign the same teacher. Click on assign teachers. Go back to subjects, 2 more to go. Let's select this one. Search for that teacher. All right. Go back. Final subject. Again, search for that teacher and assign teacher. So once you assign teachers, things will become more easier to create timetable. Now we can start creating the timetable. So click on that. Click on add new routine. We have already seen how this thing works. So we are creating this for class 1A, and let's start with English. So day starts with English, which is really bad day. So start time is 7 and end time is 7:30 a.m. So let's keep it simple. For Monday, room number 1 and teacher, this teacher. Click on add new routine. So this is one. Let me very quickly add more. 1A, maybe the second subject is, let's add computers, which was my favorite subject. 7:30 to obviously 8, or let's make it a longer period, because this was a good period. So maybe this is for 1 hour, so 8:30. Okay, 7:30 to 8:30 a.m. Again, Monday, this is room number, it was on 4th, 5th floor, I don't even remember, so maybe room number 40. And for this, some other teacher, but because we have created only one teacher, we'll select the same teacher. And so similarly, as you can see, you can just go ahead. Third subject is probably history. Start time is 8:30 and ends at 9. Again, for day, it will be Monday. Room number 1, teacher. Select this teacher, click on add routine. Now you can just go ahead and do this thing. And once you do it, you can again go back to timetable. And here, as you can see, we have created a timetable for class 1A. If you click on this, here, as you can see, for Monday, this is the first subject, English, 7 to 7:30 a.m. Room number 1, teacher 1. Now, if you create more subjects, obviously in between recess and everything, this will look so much better and this timetable will be complete. And once you create this timetable can be seen by teachers, by students, also by parents. In fact, let me do one thing. Let me just show you. Let's now do one thing. We have created an account for this teacher 1. I have opened this website, this admin website over here. Let's open another browser, and in that browser, let's sign in as a teacher and let's see how this thing works.